Okay?
No, I think you hurt my arm.
Oh no, what should we do? Wait, I have an idea. I got the new time travel app. Use the app, go back, and warn yourself.
Okay. Stop! Whoa, who are you? I'm you from the future, and I'm here to teach you, wait, me? Whatever, to teach you about crosswalk safety. See that sign right there? It means you have to cross a street, and it's designed for drivers to know where there will be pedestrians to keep you safe. And also, never be on your phone while crossing the street. And always remember to look both ways. Aw, my bad. I'll make sure to pay attention next time. Okay, good. So, how do you work this thing again?
Hello, welcome to our first episode of Coogan's Corner, a show here with Dartmouth High TV that is going to be showcasing some of the amazing events and activities put on by our clubs here at Dartmouth High School. Our first inaugural episode today is going to be showcasing one of our brand new clubs at DHS, the Maker Club. And so today we're going to be discussing a little bit of what the Maker Club has to offer and interviewing a few of its founding members. So I have Madden, Sean, and Stephanie with me today. And we're going to be discussing a little bit about the makerspace. So tell me a little bit more. Like, what is the Maker Club? What does it look like? Who's involved?
Well, I think probably the first thing, like our purpose. Our goal with making it with Ms. Thomas as our advisor was to kind of make a place where people feel comfortable to express creativity and provide materials for somebody who want to work on projects, art, engineering, just general constructive ideas. We have recognized that a lot of students in this high school were looking for an area that they could kind of make stuff their own, customize, do stuff like make stickers for Chromebooks, little projects, arts and crafts. But number one, a lot of materials can be expensive, especially freshmen who don't have jobs and that kind of stuff. Spare money is hard to come by, especially in this day and age. So you want to make a space where kids could come forward and use classroom materials that the school provided. Which we have all kinds of stuff. We got duct tape, popsicle sticks, hot glue, thread, yarn, really any construction paper, anything you'd imagine. And just come forward, find some people who are educated on how to build kind of stuff, and find a safe place to kind of work on it, do what you want.
So I'm hearing you kind of say two different strands of kind of creativity here, right? So it could be that people are making things in relation to a school project that they're working on, or it could be that they're just coming up with their own kind of ideas and seeing what happens when they're down there?
I think it's a safe space for all students to come down. I think that it provides a space where students can feel not left out of their creativity, because I feel like a lot of it has to do with being judged. So I think that the Makerspace Club is a space where all students are welcome to make whatever crafts they want, to heal their inner child is the way that I like to see it.
It's a great way to think about it.
Yeah, I feel like it's also a really good place to get new experiences, and if you have aspirations for a school project but you don't really know how to go about it, there's a lot of good resources and people that can help you out in the Maker Club to kind of reach the goals that you want to achieve.
Yeah, and so do you need any kind of technical background or skills before getting started?
Absolutely not. We have administration who's there to help you with a lot of the heavier stuff. For the most part, at least right now, a lot of stuff we're doing is very low tech. Origami, arts and crafts. We have hot glue and that kind of stuff, tape. But we do have more machinery. We have T-shirt printers, we have sticker printers, 3D printers, all kinds of stuff. And you can't have really any objections to the fear of coming in with no experience, because literally anything that you want to do, if you want to come in, we're always there on Mondays to help kids. And the sky's kind of the limit. You don't need any experience with this kind of stuff. I know when I joined, I came to the Innovation Lab as a freshman. This is our first year with the club, but when I came in, there was all these machinery. I had no idea how to use any of it. But it did take me long to learn. But absolutely, like, we're just trying to push that stuff out there because like a lot of people don't know that we have these materials, and they've been here for so long. And then like we want to have kids be able to have access to that.
Yeah, and so you mentioned the Innovation Lab, and I know in talking with Ms. Thomas, this is a direction that the Makerspace is kind of hoping to go and to get people involved in that some more. And so what are your kind of goals for the club throughout the year? What are you hoping to kind of get into? What are some ways to use some of that technology to kind of support things that are happening in the building?
By opening the Innovation Lab, which has been closed for quite a few years, I think that it hasn't gotten the expose that it needed. There's a lot of cool technology in there. Classes have used it previously in like anatomy class with the animage table, but there are different ways of going about. You can make t-shirts, you can make stickers. I think that it's just opening up the space, and like we want this club is to really make sure that everyone gets a full experience of all the technology that we have in the school. And a lot of the stuff that we have within the Makerspace is low tech, but you could also be more advanced in upcoming months and upcoming years to know how to use all of it and be involved as much with technology as possible.
Yeah, Matt, you brought up some neat ideas we were talking before we got started just about ways that the Maker Club could kind of support other clubs at Dartmouth High School. Did you want to expand on some of that?
Yeah, we were looking into like how different clubs like to make like t-shirts and other kind of promotional things. So with the t-shirt press, we could make things for other clubs, or we have the green screen, kind of make videos, promotional videos, anything really that you could ever wish for, we have in the Innovation Lab, and I feel like it's really just not getting enough exposure.
Yeah. And we were just discussing how some of that technology is so hard to come by, and it's such an amazing resource to have available, right? I mean, we don't all have a 3D printer at home that we could print, game pieces for a project. And so the idea that that's available and ready, we just have to unlock how to get there, and we're kind of looking at you all as the way that we unlock that, right? How do we get started? So just thinking about, getting involved, how does someone go about joining the Maker Club? What are some times that you meet? Who would they reach out to directly?
Well, for the most part, we run on Mondays during PACE inside the library. We bring stuff out in the tables. People can come do stuff. But the great thing about our club and about Ms. Thomas and the Innovation Lab in general is that it's not like regimented. Even though we do meet on Mondays, which is when we can kind of guarantee that all of our officers will be there and we have like projects for people, there's no requirement if you can't make it on Mondays. Like if you want to join the club, walk-ins are always welcome. You can come in whenever you like. But all those materials, all that machinery, it's always there. It's just not always like out in front for people to see. So say that you can't make it on a Monday because you got something else going on, but you still want to participate, or you start a project on a Monday and then you didn't finish it and you want to keep working on it. You can come in any day during PACE and come in to use materials, use some machinery. And for the most part, there will usually be like at least somebody there to help you on days other than Mondays, but on Mondays we're always going to have people there. And Ms. Thomas, me, Madden, Steph, we're all experienced with this kind of stuff, and we're always like willing to help.
Great. And so if they can't make it on a Monday, they could always kind of make an appointment either with Ms. Thomas. She'll reach out to one of you all to make sure that we've got some support for something that they're looking to get into.
We also have a Google Classroom.
That's great.
I don't know if we can put the code anywhere in this.
Yeah, I think we can reach out through Ms. Thomas probably, and we can certainly link it in afterwards. It's not a problem. So I think the big elephant in the room in this conversation though is this item on the table in front of me that I think was an original piece of art created in the Makerspace. And so I don't know if you'd like to elaborate or share.
Can we get a zoom on this?
Dolly zoom on it.
I don't know if we could do that. But this is a duck that I created yesterday while we were talking to Mr. Coogan about this. It's made of duct tape. It is very high tech, obviously, and beautiful. One of my finest creations, as well as a duct tape wallet.
A duck tape wallet.
Duct tape wallet. Yes. We make some really cool things in the Innovation Lab.
I think it's like a great example though. I mean, as goofy and like fun as that kind of stuff is, it's a good example that there's very little like regiment to it. There's so much artistic freedom with what we're doing, and also like you said, like make an appointment. You don't really need to be honest. As long as there's space in the library, even if there isn't, like you can always call and see if you can come in. That stuff will always be there, and people have the ability to do what they like when they like, and assuming you're being appropriate, upholding the values of Dartmouth High, there's almost nothing you can't do. Yeah. And if there's something that you want to do but you don't feel like we have the resources for it, you can always come to one of us or come to the advisors, and we'll help you either A, be able to find somewhere you can do that, or work with you to find alternatives.
I think the main point that we have to put across is that the Makerspace is just a space for you, just a space where you can come in and you can feel free to do anything that your creative mind wants you. We want to create creative productivity, and this is the way that we are doing it. And I think it's a good fundamental way to promote social emotional learning within yourself.
Yeah, I think one of the great things that came out of us talking about this idea in general, right, is the idea that like, knowledge isn't a barrier to getting started in any of this work, right? Kind of just whatever you're thinking, we'll see what it looks like, and we'll tease it out together, right? That was kind of the mission statement, if you will, from some of this stuff. And so I'm super excited to see how this kind of evolves into getting people more use out of that innovation space and kind of collaborating with some other clubs and activities and different projects, right? You know, throughout the school, everyone's going to be doing projects for different classes, and you know, this might be a space where you get to kind of jazz it up and improve the way it looks.
I would like to say we're really hopeful that we can get more underclassmen to come into the club.
Yeah.
I know that like we've been in it for a while, but for the most part, a lot of this stuff has been like very niche, and we're looking for underclassmen to come and kind of carry the torch. Because if the information about this kind of stuff doesn't get out, then it just goes unused, and it's such a great resource. And I've gotten to enjoy it a lot of my high school career, but we want more people to take that on after we're gone. Because I mean, Steph's the only junior here, so she'll be the head of the club next year.
Yeah.
But we're looking for people to come in. It's a small club, but underclassmen are welcome. We're always willing to help with people, and we want them to carry on that passion and that creativity and that enjoyment for the next generation to come.
It's a big part to have a sustainable organization is to continue to kind of grow. And so hopefully we get some more enrollment from some of our freshmen coming in this year, right? That'd be awesome. So one of the other very interesting aspects of the club would be that obviously using Ms. Thomas as a advisor, you kind of have a direct link and you're really tied into what's going on in the library. And so, you know, she was passing on to me that the Maker Club was going to be kind of partnering with Miss Tully's monthly spotlights. And so some of the crafts that are going to be available and you all are going to be working on will have a kind of a direct connection to the library. That's my understanding, right?
Yeah, so right now, where it has Hispanic Heritage Month, it goes from September 15th to October 15th. Giada, one of our library interns, she kind of represented the Hispanic Heritage Month with flowers that are hung up on the Christmas lights. Those were made by, I don't know what type of paper, like...
It's like parchment paper, just like...
Yeah, parchment paper, colorful parchment paper where it's just a flower and just bundle of that paper in a whole, and like that's like a big aspect, like wow, like how you can like turn something very minimal to something really big. And I think that emphasis and like that will continue on with upcoming months that have a lot more traditions to it.
Of course. Yeah, and then I think there was another item that you were going to be making, right? Worry dolls?
Yeah, we're going to be making, I think next week actually, we're making worry dolls. They're traditionally made to go under your pillow at night and, you know, fend away all the nightmares.
Yeah.
So we'll be making those next
Great.
week.
They originally come from Guatemalan countries.
Okay. Yeah.
They're just little finger puppets. They look like finger puppets, but they're really something like dream catchers in a more traditional sense. But in Guatemalan countries, they are used to bring your worries away and bring good energy to you.
Yeah, it's just so neat that you know the creativity that you all bring to the table is going to kind of be connected with this you know multicultural learning and exploration, and it'll be a really great way for us to showcase you know not only the great work you're doing, but also some you know other cultures that we have in the building, and so it'd just be very neat to see where that goes. I'm excited to see what the other spotlights look for, and so that's most of it, but we'll let them cut this random little babbling out while we just continue to smile, and then we'll wrap it up. And so, all right, so just recapping what we discussed, the Maker Space is available primarily on Mondays in the library. You can sign up to visit with Ms. Thomas and to check in with this amazing group of students who are kind of leading the way for some of this creativity and innovative tech exploration that's going to be happening. If you can't make it on a Monday, just reach out to Ms. Thomas. We'll schedule an appointment to get in and see what the space looks like on another day. And hopefully everyone's interested in coming out and checking out what the Makerspace has to offer. I'm excited, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having
All
us.
right, absolutely.